Every day you open TikTok or Instagram, you're bombarded with another in thing in fitness. Diets, keto, vegan, plant-based, hormone balancing, anti-inflammation, workouts, Pilates, weight training, Zumba. It's exhausting. And yes, there's gonna be always the sides of the internet fighting, but guess what's the one thing that aligns us all? We gotta cook the food. I've seen a lot of articles online of what's in and out for 2025, from storing our food in plastic containers to viral TikTok cucumber containers. Today, I'm gonna first expose myself for the multiple out kitchen appliances, products, and nutrition cooking things I have, and what's in for 2025, and I'm gonna test them to see if they're actually worth your time and money. Also going to discuss the top 10 diet trends I'm seeing online. First thing that's out, plastic storage containers. Please do not judge me for what is in here. I think many of us have this drawer of shame, and I have 2 of them. Just unorganized mayhem of Tupperware containers. I try to do the glass, but then these are so much cheaper. So I won't lie, I've got like a couple glass ones because I know this is what I should be doing. See here, I'm like, okay, we're gonna throw over plastic and get all glass. And then I get 2 and I'm like, oh, for 2, I can get like 30 of these. And then I lose them and I have the random lids to, I don't know, there's a measuring cup in here. Where's this round one? Oh, another healthy habit I tried that failed. Okay, we're gonna go stainless steel, but you can't put this in the microwave. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. This one's melted. Why do I still have it? And if you think that's bad, this is just the one I have at home. We're not talking about the Tupperware cemetery that is the Tupperware drawer at your office. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of all the plastic, random ones, the ones that don't have lids, once and for all. Shame, shame, shame. Okay, I do feel like I have my life together with this empty, free air flowing in the cupboard. The only problem is these were a lot more expensive, so I don't have that many right now, so yeah, that sucks. But we'll see if they're worth it while I go through all these other items and then store the food in it. Overall, I'm gonna give a 4 out of 5 because they're chic, it decluttered. But now I have to be fragile, they're also heavy, so carrying them around in like my tote is gonna weigh me down, and they're expensive. So I feel like now I don't have enough Tupperware for any meal prepping, which defeats the purpose. So 5 out of 5 in theory, 3.5 to 4 in execution. What's out number 2? I actually get hate about this one sometimes. This is the epitome of you live in an apartment. Your oven is also your storage. This bad boy. This is just me being impatient. A Teflon pan. And I know I should learn how to cook on a stainless steel and cast iron and all that. But it's so easy. Like the eggs just slip off so nice. And it comes in 24 hours on Amazon Prime. And my mom's like, Keltie, just learn. And I'm like, but I'm rushed. The eggs are so much faster. And then my Instagram reels show me the Teflon flaking off, and it's why I'm gonna die at 40. So, goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. I need to be convinced because I've tried it. I've tried to go on the other route, and every time I go back to this bad boy because it's so convenient and so cheap and so affordable, I just can't break up with you. We're gonna break up. This is the end. Goodbye. You have been the one for me. What's in? Ceramic, stainless steel, cast iron pans. We're doing the ceramic caraway. I see all the influencers are sponsored by this. Podcasts galore. Is it worth it? We're about to find out. Being the best use of a pan, or make some simple pancakes. I've made 2 grave mistakes, but I think this will work out for testing. I decided to film at the office because there's a bit more space. As you saw, my apartment is very tiny for cooking. Problem number 1, we don't have a spatula here. So I will be flipping with a soup ladle. Second, I forgot to order butter. So I'm just gonna put a little olive oil on the pan. We don't have butter to cook the pancakes with. So if these cannot stick, I'm sold. If these somehow resemble pancakes, 5-star review. I'm giving this pan no favors. I normally pride myself in my pancakes. I got a good solid pancake routine. It was the first thing I learned to cook. This angle, this wide angle lens is making me look so jacked. It's angles. Remember, angles are 99% of muscles online. Okay, gotta let them bubble a little on the top. Oh, I'm so nervous. Okay, we're gonna go for it. Fork, soup ladle. A little burnt, but the first pancake's always a little burnt or a little undercooked. In this moment, I am a proud Canadian. Oh, Canada. I'm shocked this works so well. I'm done with Teflon pans now knowing this exists. Why would I ever buy a Teflon pan? It looks out of Pinterest. It works flawlessly even when I'm flipping pancakes with a soup ladle. 5-star. That maple syrup came out way faster than anticipated, so that was not my prettiest pour. The moment of truth. I mean, it's box-made pancake mix, but perfection. I'm so happy. And it feels only fitting I give this beautiful, Pinterest-worthy stack of pancakes to the most patriotic person I know, JJ McCullen. If anyone deserves maple syrup, JJ. How is my store-bought pancake mix? Perfect. What's out? Having just way too many water bottles. I'm guilty of this. You get gifted it, you win it in a contest, you see a girl on TikTok make a cute smoothie with this, so you decide you want to be her. And do we really need this now? Some would say yes, because if you're like me, I do not clean my water bottle every day. Confession, I don't. I don't every week, sometimes not every month. Have I gone a year without cleaning my water bottle? Probably. So if you've actually been paying attention on my videos when I'm in my kitchen, you might have noticed I did find a solution to this. Have you ever noticed this guy is always sitting right here? This is my Lark water bottle. I've had this for 4 years and it self-cleans itself. I got my first Lark water bottle about 4 years ago for its cleaning aspects, but I'm super excited to try their new Lark bottle Pure V2. Some of its key features. The app lets you set your hydration goals and reminders, lights up to remind you to drink, tracks how much you drink, integrates with Apple Health, and also has battery life and filter tracker so you don't have to remember how long it's been since you charged it. But let's also go back to the original reason I got a Lark water bottle. First, the purification. Its UVC technology eliminates biocontaminants like E. coli and salmonella. Perfect for someone like me who doesn't consistently wash my water bottle. 2, filtration. The Nano Zero filters remove contaminants like PFAS and chlorine to improve taste, as we talked about earlier in the video, cutting back on plastics and things like that, which the filtration does eliminate PFAS. And yeah, all this technology is great, but what's the really most important thing about a water bottle? It can fit some ice cubes and it stays cold, which the Lark water bottle stays cold for 24 hours, and that's why it is everything you could possibly want in a water bottle. So if you buy this, it will last you so long, and it's like the last water bottle you'll ever need. You know how one of my favorite ways to simplify fitness is gamify it. My Apple Watch gamifies my workouts. My Oura Ring gamifies my sleep. My Lark water bottle gamifies my hydration. If you're interested in learning more and getting your own Lark bottle, Pure V2, click the link down in my descriptions. Thank you, Lark, for sponsoring this video. For number 4, we have to go into not my drawer of shame, but my pantry of shame. I think we all have one area of our house that just everything gets tossed into, and that you just make sure the guests never go in. I don't think anyone's seen this on my channel. I'm exposing myself. This is my pantry, aka my closet, aka where I hold supplements, aka my trash can, my recycle. It's just where I throw everything that can't fit in because I only have 2 cupboards in my kitchen. So yeah, this is embarrassing. And if you look closely, you will see the next thing of shame. Actually, where is Waldo? Can you see the next thing of shame? It's where this has become single-use appliances. Don't buy the cheapest air fryer on Amazon. You'll regret it. Next up is countertop appliances that take up a lot of space and only have one duty, and that's this air fryer. It is so big, which would be convenient if it wasn't the tiniest little thing. I can cook a chicken breast, a handful of carrots. This takes up so much space, and I don't want this on my counter. It's hideous. It even matches, it's still hideous. So I do agree with this, because what will happen is you'll buy it. It'll be really convenient for a month. It will become your personality, and then you will never use it again, and it will collect dust because you can't leave it on the counter. So you leave it in a random pantry, and it's not easily accessible. So I'm like, just toss it in the oven. And this is from someone who already has like my Nespresso, my Ninja Creamy. I won't lie, I can't live without these 2. So I don't care that it looks awful. I've learned to accept it, but I get 2. I can't get multiple. So the blender, the air fryer, the random pancake waffle maker get shoved into the pantry of horrors. Okay. So once again, pile of shame. Shame, shame. It was cheap, but it becomes expensive over time because I spent $70 and used it for 7 weeks. At least I cleaned it last time I used it. So, you know, I'm not a complete failure. Also, just popping into like, no shame if you have any of these things. Like all these things, I'm only changing over because of this video. And the point of this video is to see if it's actually worth it for you changing over. Because guess what? Some of these things work great and they've got me through. I've made a stake in that. Because you've seen all these, like these all work. They work fine. But one thing I have noticed, and if you're in your early 20s, late teens, like in college, buy this. You got it. You got to go through this stage of life. It builds character. You have more important things to spend money on. But I have learned now that I'm reaching to that phase of like buying things that are permanent, like I'll have for 10, 20 years, that these are actually more expensive. Like I've learned this about myself is like, I won't buy the thing that's really nice that I really want. I'll try and get like the dupe of it, the inexpensive version that's, you know, half the price. And then I don't end up using it. It collects dust, it breaks, I repurchase again. So I really am trying to go through this phase in my life of like, if I'm going to purchase things, they're an investment and buying less. And sometimes it's frustrating because I'm like holding off, saving up money and just buying the quality thing so I have it. And it's less mind space too. That's a big thing for me. And obviously it's a luxury being able to afford it. And I would not be buying all these in one go if it wasn't for a business expense. Turn you off. But yeah, do not feel pressured to buy all these things. The point of this video is to see if it's worth it. That's kind of what I'm trying to do with my life now of like buying less quality things that I'll have for a long time. And it hurts sometimes buying the first initial purchase. But I'm so thankful in like a year when I'm like, wow, I didn't have to go buy a new muffin tin every 3 weeks. Like I've spent a lot of money on cheap muffin tins. I'm quite embarrassed. I'm a total hypocrite. I also have a kettle. This is a great Christmas gift for my brother. See, it's so pretty. I don't even notice it. I need to make this a bit more aesthetic. It is just black appliances and espresso pods. And now I'm embarrassed. So apparently this will replace everything. First, it's replacing the toaster. It apparently will also replace the air fryer, a dehydrator. It can cook meat, it can grill, it can cook pizza. Apparently this is everything. Let's test it. So what's in? It is called the Ninja Flip. Kind of bad name. Am I right? Like it doesn't really imply it cooks. It implies it's a spatula, which I need. Okay, so to really see if this makes much of a difference, I'm gonna put these carrots in with the air fryer and then dehydrator and see how much of a difference it really gives us. Okay, I didn't really read the instructions, but it says what's on there. Okay, it's on air fryer. Let's just put her on here. Let's see. About halfway to flip them through. Let's take a peek. Okay, these look caramelized. Let's test the carrot. Just as good as any other air fryer. Okay, now we will try to dehydrate them. This carrot is definitely dehydrated. Let's give a... Oh, I thought it'd be like a chip. It's like those dehydrated apples. Now, let's test the most important thing. a bagel. I like that it has a distinct toast and bagel option. A little burnt around the edge, but I also wasn't paying attention to it and it just automatically went off. So, bagel checked. You can also roast, bake, a whole assortment of things, including meat. And now I'm converted to making steak in an air fryer. It's embarrassing, but once you do it, you're like, this is actually so convenient. So let's see if I can also make a steak in this. Okay, I realized I should have done the air fryer to make it probably a better steak, but I'm gonna put it on roast and see what happens, just to test that feature. So this is kind of a sin. Yeah, upon reflection, I should have got like a roast to roast this, not a steak, but let's see how it tastes. And I overcooked it, I bet, but this is my first time using it, so give me some grace. Aside from the fact it's I'm a medium rare person, it tastes like roast beef. Okay, this is phenomenal. If you have a small apartment, you need this. If you're someone who gets appliances, if you're an air fryer, toaster kind of person, if you're someone who can just live with a stove, you're better than us. So do that. But if you're someone like me who's guilty of 1,000 different ways to cook all that, this lives up to the hype. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because I feel we could just get ovens. We could stop with the appliances. We have an oven. But if you're like a countertop appliance kind of person, this would be a 5 out of 5. And also, it's hot right now. Apparently it lifts up. Let's try this. So they also have it like this, so you can stand it up like this, so it just takes less space. Honestly, this is good. Now, in my Tupperware cemetery of horrors, you might have also witnessed the number 3 thing that's out. If you're watching with someone, turn to them and try and guess if you notice the other thing that was out. Give you 5 seconds. Yes, 5, 4, 3, a 2, a 1. Plastic cutting boards. I know. I've seen the Instagram reels of the plastic flaking off, but I lived most of my life without a washing machine, okay? The washing machine at my family's house growing up, always broken. The first 10 years of living on my own, no washing machine. This beautiful piece of technology that I cut something and just put it right in, this is luxury to me. Just pop it right in, but then, yeah, these start to bend and warp, and every time I cut on it, I'm like, there's some plastic in my apple. So I've got to break up with these two. But I have to be proven it's worth it because I will go back to my bad habits. I just have to toss these, otherwise I will grab them every time. And they were like 2 for $2. And they match, right? They're like aesthetic. No, okay, add you to the pile of shame. Shame, shame, shame. If you have these, you do not need to feel shameful because literally I have everything that's out in this list. What's in? Wooden cutting boards. I'm very suspicious. Reason being, my laziness. This will add an extra 2 minutes to my cleanup. So, that was so nice. It's like quiet and secure. Oh, it is good. It is good. Oh, I've never had a cutting board like this. I thought all cutting boards were the same. Oh. I spent my entire adult life assuming the quality of cutting things was via the knife because I've only ever had crappy knives and cutting vegetables isn't that nice. This was a game changer. Look how well cut these are. I never thought there was a difference between cutting boards. That makes me want to prep vegetables. This could help with a healthy habit. But now comes the moment of truth. Will this collect dust in a few months? Stay tuned. Hit subscribe. If in 6 months I'm on a plastic cutting board, you'll know I just couldn't keep up the cleaning. This is the worst part about these cutting boards. This. As a little fun segment in this video, I thought it'd be fun. Why don't we go over some specific trends that I've seen online as the biggest trends predicted in diet, food, nutrition online for 2025. Number one, omega-3s and walnuts. The amount of longevity studies I've seen that correlate your omega-3 levels to longevity is crazy. Two, fiber. Hear me now. Protein was the it girl of before. It's fiber now. Three, gut health. When is gut health not the thing? It's getting bigger and bigger. I think we're going to hear even more studies on it. Five, functional beverages. I think are going to become more and more popular. CBD drinks, energy drinks, but are a bit more natural, a little less Red Bull Monster. Six, whole foods versus dieting. I think there's gonna be a lot less focusing on the new IT diet and a bit more of, I think the general population understands now that like diets are really restrictive for a short period of time. They're not long-term. It's gonna be less Whole30, more whole foods in general. Eight, redefine comfort food. I saw this trend online. I was like, okay, I see it. It's a little crazy. But instead of the classic comfort food, pizza, burgers, what are comfort foods now? It's girl dinner, chaos cakes, and more. Just those trendy moments that are just really finding like comfort from food. Have any cutesy little dinner. Obviously, girl dinners can be toxic, but also they can be like this, and it's just a vibe. It is sometimes just a vibe to make yourself a really bougie snack plate. Nine, sober, curious beverages. Beverages that give you a little bit of a up in some way that mimic having a cocktail without alcohol. 10, hype beast snacks. I think we've been oversaturated by the Birkins of the world, the Ferraris. You know you can rent it. You know it could be fake. You know what is the new status symbol? Buying a $20 Air One strawberry, which is crazy. That's how the upper elite show they're wealthy. It's not the Birkin and the Ferraris, because anyone can fake that. It's, yeah, I just casually get $20 Air One strawberry. Air One is a social experiment. And last, fermentation fever. With the gut health, I think we're going to see more and more kimchi, sauerkraut. Okay, once again, we're going back into my drawer because yeah, I have those. That's it. Like this is my dishwasher. That's the sink. There's very little storage in this apartment. But next, shame. I'll put you in the pile. You tried to hide. You're still there. I tried to keep it. Flimsy cookware. This is so annoying. Like I have this muffin and it's the most annoying thing because it can't sit on the rack. And as soon as I put it on the rack, it like all drips over. Do I continue to use it? Yes. Because then I just put it on this other flimsy pan to put it there. I mean, I got one off Amazon and one at Winners. This whole thing was like $5. But you know what happens? I don't care for them. And they burn, and then eventually I get so frustrated, I move and just toss them in the garbage or donate them. So we're saying goodbye to spilt muffin. I make a lot of muffins. Fun fact about me. But you know what? I'm kind of over it. I want to make more scones and cinnamon buns. Actually, I'm motivated. I'm motivated for this because I'm over muffins. I'm a scone and cinnamon bun person. I just make it because of the convenience of my $3 Amazon muffin tins. Okay, what's replacing flimsy cookware is fancy. I'm gonna be honest. This recommendation in Food and Wine, I gasped because it's one of those products that's so fancy, I don't know how to pronounce it. And I was like, I've always thought they were fancy, and this is how I really know, like, this is fancy. I ordered this. I picked it up from DHL, it got dropped off at, and I quickly walk into my lobby. I prop it down we got a little chair in the front of the lobby, and then I go and check the mailroom. In that 3 seconds, I popped around the corner and checked the mailroom, come back. There's a girl going to grab it. And first of all, I was like, oh my God, she's gonna steal it. We have a theft issue in my apartment. But like people in my apartment, we help each other out to make sure other people's packages don't get stolen from people outside. And this girl looks at me, she's like, oh. And I went to grab it. I was like, oh, this is mine. I thought she was just like checking the address. She was like, okay, thank God. She was like, I was just going to bring it upstairs because there's no way I'm getting this list Christine gets stolen. But she pronounced it properly. But I was like, oh, do I own a Birkin? I've never felt so posh and luxurious and rich in my entire life. The fact that I was like, yeah, no, I ordered that. Yep. Yeah, that's mine. That cooking dish. Yeah, I'm class. My middle name's Elizabeth, after the Queen. Yep. It's actually after my auntie, not the Queen. But anyways, moral story, this is fancy. Le cousit. Yeah, my 3 years of French is really showing. I've dreamed of these. They're so beautiful. So thank you to this video and you guys watching so I could justify buying one of these. But I won't lie, I'm sad I had to get the black. I wanted the pink or the red, a really cute beige. But the black was like $80 cheaper than the rest. So now I have a sad black to match my sad black apartment, to match my sad black cutting board. we're gonna test it to see if this is worth it. And the most important thing that I can be convinced of, we can make meat. We can make a casserole. But you know what I want in this? Cinnamon bun. Let's go. Oh, that never gets old. I have a feeling I know I'm gonna love this, and this is one of those investments that is always worth the money long term because you're gonna have it for forever, but they're hefty. Oh, you can just tell. This thing you can just be aggressive with. You can throw it in the oven. You can cook it on top. I know I'll love this. Actually, here's just like a random hack I've learned. If you wanna know how quality something is, just how heavy it is. It doesn't fully work, but some things like a wool sweater. My stepsister works in fashion design. She designs all the clothes at Aritzia, and she's like, oh, how we actually test if like a wool jacket is good quality really quickly is how heavy it is. With furniture, same idea, like IKEA, light. Old oak drawer, heavy. This Teflon pan I'm getting rid of, light as a feather. Just the lid of this, you dual purpose, can do bicep curls. This is maturity. Okay, let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. Oh, that is my favorite smell in the entire world. They need a few more minutes. Oh, I'll see you soon. Oh. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, okay, here's a problem. I only have one oven mitt. I just realized there's no way I'm gonna be able to, so yeah, I'll do this, but it's a 2 oven mitt kind of pan, so an extra fee with these. You have to buy 2 oven mitts. Oh my goodness. That's gorgeous, honey, gorgeous. Fire alarm don't go off. Let's reap the rewards of my hard work of my pre-made cinnamon bun. Oh, it's hot. I think they're cooked perfectly. I know it's not tough, but I mean. These things are so good. I just like how perfectly crisp that is on the bottom. Evenly cooked throughout, yeah. I will say you gotta be mature for one of these. These things are so heavy, I already know. Washing them by hand is gonna be so annoying. I'm gonna de-influence you right now, I have a suspicion. It's just annoying. That's the thing, when you buy nice things, a wool sweater, a fancy piece of furniture, the upkeep, you also have to account for how much upkeep. Scrub Daddy 10 out of 10 recommend. I mean, it cleans off nicely. So just be mindful, it's annoying. Like, it's so luxurious to cook with, but like storing this thing, cleaning this thing will be annoying. So you just have to ask yourself, is it gonna be worth it or will it collect dust? Because I know things like this, if they take effort to pick up, to clean, I just won't use it. So I have to like be mindful. Oh, so nice though. And the last thing is out, we will go into my last drawer of shame, which is my utensil drawer. And it's really cute that this was even considered an out because I guess I've been out on the out because the next thing that's out is the electric can opener. I'm like, people buy electric can openers? I was under the impression we all bought the $2 ones from the dollar store. Like my mom did. I remember the one my mom had. It lasted forever. I've had this. People spend money on a can opener. That baffles my mind. I cannot be convinced there's anything more efficient than just a 3. These things last forever. They work. Take up a little space. This is something I cannot fathom is worth spending money on. Yeah, I'll show you my drawer of shame. Shame, shame, shame. This, oh my God. I want to say something really embarrassing in my drawer of shame. I broke my $2 spatula last week and I've still been using it. I've been flipping eggs with this. Just realize if you decide to take all this advice, this is just my own opinion, but you're also taking the opinion for someone who uses a broken spatula. So you know what? Actually, I'm proud of this. This is called ingenious survival tactics. Man vs. Wild, come. Yep, okay, let's close that and pretend it never happened. I will organize it. I organize it every 2 years and then have my life together and then it falls apart. We've talked a lot about quality, things worth your money. You can't convince me this is worth your money. A handheld plastic electric can opener. These are things we don't need. This kind of on Amazon, I'm sorry, I'm convinced that is half my Instagram and TikTok feed. It's just these aesthetic Amazon things and I'm hooked in. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. It looks so easy. It's chunky. It takes up space. It's not that much more convenient. Are we that lazy that we can't have? But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. But I'm going to say I'm a hater. I'm a hater to my core because I feel this is why we can't afford this. Like $300, expensive. $40, expensive. But like doable. So we buy a whole bunch of these cheap $40 things and we can't afford the one nice thing. I'm also this. I'm also this. So I'm trying to be less tempted by this Amazon crap. And a bit more things that I can literally have for 80 years. But hey, I've been proven wrong before. Oh, I should have read the instructions. It doesn't even have batteries in it. I'm gonna bring this to the office, pick up batteries on the way, because I gotta get to work, but I can't even put it back on properly. Like, this is so cheap, but it's not. Like, I'm sick of cheap crap. I can't even get it on. This might not even be able to get tested. Okay, let's see if a $50 can opener is worth it. Thought this would be a lot faster. Stop. Unless you work in a company where you have to open up over 200 cans a day and you've arthritis. This was the biggest waste of money. It's clean, it's a crisp open. That took so long. It's just such a waste of money. 1 out of 5. It works, but it's kind of Give me my $1 dollar store can opener any day over this. Okay, this one was in the magazine and it's really hypocritical, but I'm also really for it at the same time. What's out is just excessive containers and what's in is deli containers, which I know we just talked about the plastics, but I don't know. But either way, Logan, the cucumber guy on TikTok, I've eaten so many TikToks. I don't know, I have not eaten TikTok. That's why it went down. I ate it. No, I've eaten so many cucumbers because of this man. And I shake him up in one of these. So now we're gonna experience if it's worth buying these deli ones because he's got me hooked. I am influenced. I should have bought stocks in cucumbers. Once again, what's in? Containers for cucumbers, specifically, thanks to Logan. I remember watching his TikTok once. He made kimchi cucumber salad. It's like, I don't know, the hook it bought on me. I got this on Amazon, red pepper powder. It's like Korean. Oh my God. So I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna put his exact recipe because I just kind of go off my brain. And then I just put it in a Tupperware. I get a cosplay being Logan from TikTok today and I'm so excited for it. Yeah, for my take on Logan's kimchi cucumber salad, I put cucumbers, onions, green onions, sesame oil, rice vinegar, soy sauce, sugar, salt, and the most important, red pepper powder. And to top her all off, some sesame seeds. Now the moment of truth. I get to finally do the shake. But does it taste better out of a container? I will say the cucumbers looked a little not fresh. Oh my God, this is so good. Hyperfixation snack coming through real fast. The cucumber is borderline rotten and this is so good. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5. It loses 1 because it's plastic, which defeats the whole purpose of the first half of this video. And second, I did all that decluttering of my Tupperware containers only to now have a deli container drawer. But for this brief moment in time while I have these containers and cucumbers, I'm gonna be so happy. But then I will not repurchase because it's wasteful. So after it all, what is not worth your money? The can opener. Sorry, Logan, the cucumber thing. Maybe we need a glass one or something, but it's fun. It's a fun treat yourself to it once, but it takes up a lot of space and the plastic ain't really great. But I'm still gonna cook every single thing he posts on there. What's in the Le Creuset? Here's the thing, stop buying everything else on here and just save up for that. That is 100% worth it. And the cutting board, I was shocked. A wooden cutting board, but also no, actually it's not gonna be worth it because I know us. I know us as humans. That's a healthy habit we'll all fall off of. And if you're someone who does a lot of hand washing already and you have that, you are mature enough and you can handle a wooden cutting board. For us who are still celebrating having a dishwasher, I don't think I'm mature enough yet to handle the upkeep of a wooden cutting board. And oh my God, if you have a ton of counter space or storage place that you can have that ninja flip, oh my God. Or if you're someone who lives in a dorm, you don't have a cooking appliance, definitely worth it. That is unbelievable technology, but also it's still a little gimmicky. I've learned something. Now I've been living on my own for over a decade and I've learned the gimmick never stays. The Ninja Cream is gonna collect dust one day. It is my entire personality. It will collect dust one day. I know. I will get out of the habit. I won't want to freeze it, and the upkeep is not worth it. An air fryer, same. The only thing I do think will stand the test of time is the Le Creuset that I still can't pronounce. I'm sorry. I'm gonna insert here how to pronounce it.
Le Creuset.
But I think that's just a thing that I'm trying to be more mindful of with my own consumption, especially with fitness, wellness, cooking. There's so many things of like saving up for quality things that do multi-purpose, that are actually of quality, that are gonna last, because I think that's the biggest thing. And I do realize a lot of these purchases were luxury purchase. So first of all, thank you for watching this video and made me able to afford these and put the money I earned in this video back into the video. But also I just wanna, one lesson, big sister advice for some of you. Best friend advice. Cheap things are expensive. And that's a big lesson I've tried to learn. Even right now, like I'm trying to build a investment closet, I'm calling it, is I'm trying to buy more pieces that last a long time because it is expensive to buy cheap crap. It takes up mental space, it takes up physical space. You don't end up using it, you end up throwing it up and the cycle continues. And it's really hard. And the best thing I've started doing is I make lists of things to buy. And so every time I go on TikTok and I see another thing, I'm like, ooh, I can put it on that list. And it kind of just stops me from the impulse purchasing on it right away. And then I can come back to it. And then every once in a while I'll go through it. And then certain things will stay on there permanently. I'm like, that's a thing to save up for. And I'm always more thankful. But also you can't be perfect. I've bought in things that I've thought were going to be with me forever and they collect dust. So that's on maturing and figuring out for yourself. But that's going to be my one takeaway from all of this is realize how expensive inexpensive things can be. And if you're someone who's like in college, a great tip is buy secondhand. I know you've heard it 1,000 times, but if I could go back in time and tell my younger self a tip, I would say stop going to the dollar store, stop going to like all these cheap places, try and do a little bit of thrifting if you can, secondhand shopping, and you can find some great things affordable. But that could... There's a lot we can go off on secondhand and thrifting and the whole topic itself, but there's a little wisdom with it. But let me know down in the comments anything else you guys would like me to test in the wellness fitness world, things like this. I'm thinking of doing a couple clothing brand try-ons, like athletic apparel, another one coming up. So comment down below what you guys would like to see. But most importantly, have a great day. Go pet a dog. Love you guys. Bye.